Well, hey, there we go. Hey, hi, hello, welcome back, Alexandrian Codex, Hearts of Iron 4, Kaiserreich, playing as the Commonwealth of America. Last night, I should say, just wrapped up playing, defeating the fascist invasion from Mexico. I've been thinking overnight about my decision to annex Mexico rather than, release them as a puppet. Don't really know if that's the most socialist thing to do. Creating one superstate actually seems a little antithetical. But in terms of game mechanics, it's gotten us quite a few more, well, civilian factories anyway. A lot of these military factories are borked, but it's gotten us quite a few more factories than we had before, which is very nice. So,
Ready to move.
okay. And to date, we have not started a single war of aggression. I kind of like to keep that going, but I don't really think that we can count on, what was I gonna say? Count on the Canadians to attack at this point. Probably not. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll roll with it. Man, it's hard to believe I was streaming like 17 hours ago. It feels a lot longer than that. Okay. Yeah, let's plop down some more civilian factories down here. Japan's continuing to dominate over in China, unsurprisingly. Good God, we have a lot of damaged infrastructure. Just wait a minute, there's nothing under here. Yeah. Wait, wow, this just keeps going. Can't imagine why, Alex. Yep, Japan's just gonna win this. Yeah, this is a done, settled deal. The Princely Federation is just doomed. Absolutely doomed. They're fighting a two-front war, but the Commune and Dominion aren't fighting each other. Good shit. Unsurprisingly, Austria got involved, even though they weren't guaranteeing... Oh, that's right, the Italian Republic rejoined their faction. Not looking hot for France. They can probably hold here. Honestly, if Austria gets past this river, France is fucked. But this is a fairly defensible area. Hey, Albania's capitulated. Didn't they capitulate last time? Sure, yeah, let's not read into that. Just accept it and move on. It is 1940. I definitely should have been doing improved computing machines. Oops. Electronic digital computers can now be made which are programmable. Although still expensive and large, these machines allow for intelligence analysis far beyond human capability. I know, it's a capacity. Okay. So, I'm holding on to political power right now to keep destroying the longists and, loyalists. No problem. Our production's geared towards continuing to get our armies up to strength. It's kind of impressive that we managed to take down Mexico despite, having like, what, 2/3 of the equipment I need? Yeah. It's not great. So resistance in Mexico is just gonna grow? Yeah, it's not worth holding on to Mexico. Is it? I mean... Nah, I'm keeping it. The damage is done. We've already taken the stability hit from it. I don't want to walk that back. But that does mean that supplying our garrisons is now a high priority. Because without a garrison, this revolt risk is just gonna keep ticking up. Reconstruction is over. Great. Okay, now I can actually focus on stuff I care about. Dust Settles gain 15 base stability. Pretty nice. Get rid of War Syndicalism. What does War Syndicalism give? Bad? Okay, bad. Bad. Good. Good, bad. Okay. So I'd kind of like to fix that. No, honestly, let's go for Revolutionary Education to get that additional research slot. All of this would be nice, but nah. Social Revolution. The land of the free and the home of the brave was anything but. We have our work cut out for us to rid America of corruption, racism, and chauvinism. Yet first we must tear up the very core of all these things. Capitalist system itself. Get some more recruitable population, a little bit of stability, war support. None of these are super flashy, but we gotta work it up. Oh, Liberia's gone. Not surprising. Can't go to war economy. Yeah, could go to extensive conscription. I don't really want it. Wow. Why is this so low? I should do that. I should definitely do that, looking at our manpower. Yeah. Okay. Is we have 1.6 million troops in the field. Why is it so low? Okay, yeah. The recovery from the Civil War, strong federal resistance, and overwhelming longest resistance are diminishing this. This is actually higher than it looks. Okay, that's fine. The first World Science Fiction Convention. Today, in New York City, the first ever World Science Fiction was convened. Convention. Okay, whatever. Gathering literary minds in science fiction to discuss and talk about the genre of science fiction. Say science fiction one more time. It had people such as John W. Campbell, Isaac Asimov, Ray Bradbury, Donald Woolham, Frederick Pohl, John Michael, Robert A. W. Lowndes, Jack... Wow, this is the one I'm having problems with? Gillespie? Gillespie? Sure. At a modest size of 200 participants, it was still considered a success, with the second one planned for the next year. Taking out Canada? We'll get to it. They'll probably attack us first because, honestly, the AI's bad. And they like getting involved with wars that they can't actually support. I think New England eventually gets a casus belli against us. I'm, again, in no rush to go to war because we really just need to recover. We'd win, probably, but I don't know. That's not my endgame. That's good. There's stuff in here I will eventually want, but I don't want to worry about it right now. Land Doctrine is still going. Boats, yeah, actually, we just got a better model of submarine, so once these are done, I'll make a new model. So that means, hey, fleets. I want you to just be conducting naval exercises. So we can get some more naval experience so I can actually improve those. I'm gonna go for atomic research. Now, atomic research is kind of a... This isn't worth going down unless you're going all the way down, but that research speed bonus is nice, and maybe we'll eventually get nukes. We'll find out. In nuclear fission, splitting the atom yields enormous amounts of energy and a limitless destructive capacity. And a teeny bit of research speed. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna set reinforcements to a secondary priority and have garrisons be the primary, because we'll be able to reinforce our garrisons way faster if I just decrease the emphasis on our armies. Yeah. What does this even do? Resistance strength. Oh, they'll just sabotage infrastructure or air bases. Wow. Who gives a shit? Neither of those things are very meaningful, but okay. Sure, yeah, whatever. That's fine. We'll tackle that eventually. I haven't looked into the revised mechanics for this at all. So civilian oversight is right now. What we're Albania's capitulated for a third time. Great. So I think the AI are just annexing and releasing Albania, and then another AI annexes it, releases it, and then another one annexes it and releases it. Let's see. So we could have no garrison. They'd be pissed, but I wouldn't need a garrison. Civilian oversight is what we're using. Minus 10% resistance target. Liberated workers. So, higher local resources, more local factories. What does resistance target mean? This is very unintuitive. Resistance target. Okay, so that's like the cap that it's building up to, right? I'm assuming that's what that parlance means. That's very bad phrasing. Paradox. So it has base value of 35. I'm at peace, so it's 25. Low stability is lowering that. Civilian oversight is raising that? Jesus Christ, this is so unintuitive. I don't care. You know what? Thematically, liberated workers. Is it better? Is it worse? It's probably worse. I don't care. Yeah, can I don't think I have enough naval tradition to... No, I don't. Tell you what, I was joking. Just make more of the same, just make some convoys for now, and once this is done, I can look at designing new submarines, but not yet. Military government has capitulated. Didn't they already do that? I swear. Oh yeah, Amazon gives out a lot of free books, and there's a ton of free libraries online for the Kindle, not like free physical books, obviously. I know there's a lot of libraries in the US are trying to make their services more available to the public, even though they're in quarantine right now. Man, I haven't seen the Russian state do well against the Reich Pact in a long, long time. Oh, bully for you. How the Qing are up here. Do they just keep moving? I'm confused. Okay, whatever. I don't need to understand that. Oh, that's great. Okay, so there's compliance and resistance. Ah, okay. If resistance gets high enough, that's it? Rebellion just lowers the number of local factories. Ooh. Compliance will first get informants. Okay. Then local police forces. Okay. Then reorganize workforces. Okay. Then volunteer program. So that was not the one I should have picked then. I should pick whatever one gives the highest compliance gain. I hate this. I hate this system. Yeah. Gotta say, Paradox. The old one was bad. You made it worse. Sure, civilian oversight, I don't understand. That's really annoying. Yeah, I read Mein Kampf in college. I was a history major, so it's kind of necessary if you're looking at the Second World War at all. Or the 20th century, really. Yeah, obviously I don't have a very high opinion of it. Now, I'm resetting up these fronts right now, not because I'm anticipating going to war, but rather because, God, these lines make it so hard to tell where the state line is. But rather because I want these to start getting planning accruing. Now, our planning speed is pretty fast, as far as I remember. Is that fine? Yeah, that's fine.
Vance?
You go over there, fantastic, and you will go here all the way down to there. Beautiful. Yeah. So, it's kind of cool that you can change your policy here, but I don't know. No compliance and show resistance? Okay. I guess it really wants us to be garrisoning that with our actual army. Well, I suppose probably the function of the garrison here is to replace having an army physically garrison it, but if I'm correct, and I know that I'm correct, the police divisions are still a thing. Why the fuck? That's really dumb game design. So you have two things that basically do the same thing. Why not just consolidate it? Why not make military police be a technology that boosts the effectiveness of all your occupations? Because that's all it does anyway. That's really weird. Not to needlessly berate Paradox for weird game design decisions, because they do a lot of that, but okay, assume you're a new player, right? You've never played Hearts of Iron before, and you're trying to engage with this mechanic. Oh, well, this number's going up. How do I get it from going up? Doesn't say. It says it's bad, but if I'm hovering over this, it doesn't really tell me anything. Okay, well, let's hop into Lower California, look at that number. Okay, well, I'm at peace, and they're starting to comply. Cool. My garrison's filling up, so that's good. What else can I do about this? There's nothing short of just going into the tech tree and reading the fucking text on military police to see that they have a suppression bonus, and that they can suppress local resistance. It's really weird that you would layer these on top of each other rather than this just being Yeah, I don't know. That would not have been my choice. The native people of America have long been mistreated by the old capitalist government. Through the Bureau of Indian Affairs, they stole their land to turn a profit. Now that we've done away with the old Bureau government, we can address the issue of the Indians. Thus, the Indian Revolution Committee has been created. The IRC will work with local tribes and communities about how to handle the abuses that the Bureau government did, and how the revolution and its ideals can be implemented within their territory. Ah, we lose war support. Interesting. Fall of Rio? Who landed in Rio de Janeiro? Chile. Okay. Okay, interesting. I didn't even realize you were at war. Oh, because you joined the Third Internationale, and you joined the Reich Pact. Yeah, okay. That does check out. Not looking hot for France here. Again, they lost those troops they sent into Portugal, which they have a decent amount of manpower, France, but not enough that they can just throw it away needlessly like that. And ooh, Canada seems to have made landfall in Wales. That's worth keeping an eye on. Travel in America. With the revolution over and Reconstruction underway, a debate over the future of travel has come up. Automotive unions believe that cars will be the perfect vehicle for the new America, a symbol of freedom that Americans fought for. However, train unions contest that claim and believe America should invest in trains as a way to help connect all the towns and cities. Who will Congress support? Train unions? Just easy. They do the same thing, the two choices, and personally, trains. Trains are my jam. Let's get emancipation for all. Foolish and vain is the working man who makes the color of his skin the stepping stone to his imaginary superiority. Proletariat of all colors and creed fought and bled to build our new America. The loyal immigrant shall also be afforded natural-born citizenship in the spirit of emancipation. So again, more recruitable population, higher stability, higher war support. Nothing too unexpected here, but it's still quite nice. Getting slowly whittling away at these horrible, horrible debuffs. Wow. Okay, that's where all my manpower is going. Our garrison is 162,000 people. That makes sense. Mexico's a big place. But damn, okay. I did not appreciate how much of an ask that was. Okay. Probably should have puppeted them. Now that I think about it. I think in the long run, annexing them outright is a manpower boon, but in the short term, you're really taking some pretty considerable losses in annexing someone. This isn't a very long-term game. So I wonder what the math on that is. Finland has capitulated to Russia. Wow. But Moscow is about to fall. Petrograd won't be far behind that. And I really don't see this getting any better. This is definitely where most of their troops are, and as soon as this is cut off, I don't see Russia coming back from this. Okay. Forward observers. Forward observers take up positions where they can directly observe the accuracy and effects of artillery fire and relay the results back to the guns for corrections. Higher reinforcement rate, higher reconnaissance on recon detachments, which we don't have, so we're only getting 2% reinforcement rate out of this. Not good until you have the recon detachment. But recon's really important, so in the long run, it's worthwhile. Just not yet. Let's see. Okay. Yep, the rest of this is right. Great. Great. Ooh, right. Cuba has a lot of chromium, doesn't it? And it's another bombing. Fix those. Give me the resource map. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Great. And they're in our sphere, so it's even easier to get that chromium out of them. That will be very, very nice. But yeah, definitely the post-Civil War for the United States, regardless of who you play as, is a little... eh. I like all the flavor from the events, but that's really all you're getting at this point. You're playing a waiting game of letting your economy recover, and things stabilize and start building up again, which makes sense, but also you're kind of helpless to watch. Sit back and watch as shit like this happens. Because we could arguably jump into attacking Canada here, but that just seems like a really stupid idea right now. Yeah, once this is full, I'll switch it to medium priority and make reinforcements high priority. but I wanted to prioritize getting the garrisons up and running, so yeah, this would start going down rather than going up. Mexico City is still upset. Because of the number of victory points there. Huh. Interesting. Well, our stability will get better over time. Compliance will get better over time. That's another good reason to stay at peace, is just to keep Mexico from blowing up on us. Unless I can win this war quickly, and we will get to the point where I can, but not yet. Sorry, is that... Yeah, Francis made a landing here, and here. The French Republic never has huge armies. Oh, I guess they're making landings because they've cleaned up in here. That checks out. That does check out. Even if they, regardless of who wins in France, typically there's a war between the Entente and the, Reichspakt afterward. But if Russia falls to the Reichspakt, that makes them stupidly powerful. And the subsequent war with Japan that will probably happen will probably not put too much of a damper on them. We'll find out. We will find out. God, my manpower. I've wronged you. Oh, that finished a while ago, but because I had a convoy set up next, I never got the pop-up. Okay. Well, I can make advanced submarines now. Best torpedo tubes available, best engines available, none of this is available. Sweet. Mine warfare? No. Torpedo rooms. Radar or snorkels? I don't have a snorkel? Really? I thought I was researching a snorkel. Huh. Okay, no radar. Fine. And, more torpedoes. Wow, sub-visibility is only 13. Keep in mind what we're using right now has a visibility of 19. That's a lot better. Okay, just make one of those, and then we're on our submarine. Bullshit. Where'd it go? There it is. Thank you. Fantastic. Now, can I have you all... I want to select the entire fleet. Please let me shift click. Fuck. Can't control A. Where is it? Refit. Go home. Why is that not... Ah, crap. What? Design lacks one or the more required modules. Blank. Is it because it's a different hull? Game, what gives? Why? What's your damage here? I do not understand. So that's this, right? Advanced submarine hull. Wait, was that just improved? Can it not actually switch the hull type? Ah, it can't switch the hull type. Okay, well that makes sense. That's kind of annoying, but that makes sense. So instead, let's just, what are we primarily using here? Porpoises, right? Yeah, let's make a porpoise variant. With more torpedoes, better engine, and that's all I can really do. Okay, we'll save that. Fair enough. Oh, there really needs to be a select all button. Wait a minute, there might be. There is not. Oh, okay. That's fine, game. That's fine. This isn't annoying at all. I swear. Nope. Yep. Clicking on that doesn't select all. Control A doesn't select all. Yeah, just shift click. Select one after the other. If you have an army selected, you can select all the units within that army. But with a navy, I don't seem to be able to do that. Yep. Fine, just have to click 50-something times. Good quality of life here, Paradox. Very good quality of life. Love it. This is it. Yeah, this is the improved one. Great, do that. Yeah, do that. Thank you. I really can't refit this at all. No. Well, maybe eventually. Maybe I'll get around to designing better variants, but not today. Not today. Today we're focusing on submarines. Let's see. Do any of these make it cheaper to manufacture? I don't think so. No, mechanized. Artillery, useful. Very useful. How are these going? 60 days and we get... I'll just hold off. I'll hold off. Trying to do the math to make sure I'll have enough manpower, or political power. Now they're bombing, Albania's capitulated again. I'm not getting sick of seeing that at all. Oh hey, Albania's here, and it's gone. And it's here, and it's gone. Okay, Serbia's out of the war, it looks like, so... Well, basically out of the war. So hopefully we won't see Albania bounce back and forth? I don't know. I don't know. Some weird shenanigans are happening over here. Women's liberation? Yeah. With the men dying on the front lines, it fell to women to run factories, to build munitions, feed the revolution. That's to say nothing for the many nurses, pilots, and female Red Guard members who gave their all. Their sacrifices and struggles will not have been in vain. Again, more recruitable population, more stability, more war support. Okay, good. Occupation is great, succeeding everywhere. Resistance is dropping across the board. Love to see it. Compliance is slowly going up, slowly. Well, that's okay. Not supposed to happen overnight. Not super urgent. We're pretty close to 41, and in 41 we'll be researching more factories, so I don't think we're going to switch over to making military factories yet. Is this trending up or down? I should think it's trending up, right? But not very quickly. By 0.009% is mobilizing per day. Woohoo. Great. Oh, it'll get better. As we're currently operating at 2/3? Yeah, 2/3 of our effective manpower. Still not very much, all things considered. I guess we did lose a lot of people in that war. Then we'll probably be able to conscript more. I forget what kind of ideas are down the tree. Anthem for the New America. Congress is debating what anthem shall be the official anthem for the Commonwealth of America. Several songs have quickly become candidates to debate. Question is, which shall be voted to become the official anthem of America? Well, okay, we have Solidarity Forever. There's Power in a Union. This land is your land. Volume don't... Okay. This is solidarity forever.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. When the union's inspiration through the workers' blood shall run, there can be no power greater anywhere beneath the sun.
Okay, that's 40 seconds of that. I'm not listening to all 3 minutes of that. There's power in a union. There is power in a union. Do all of these have the same, cadence? They do! That's hilarious.
There's power in a factory, power in the land, power in the hand of the worker. But it all amounts to nothing if together we don't stand. There is power in a union.
Okay, and then this land is your land. That's really funny. I didn't realize all of these had the same structure. I'm gonna go with solidarity forever. Those are very, very similar songs. That's really, really silly. Ah, Federalist bombing. Fantastic. This land is your land is probably the most, American, opaquely American of them, but... you know, I didn't look at... Oh, it's 65 outside? No, I don't want to open the window. Because I live in a busy intersection, and it'll be loud. But I'm doing it anyway. Oh, did I miss anything? No, of course I didn't miss anything because the game starts running slow as hell at this point. It's a shame. This is when things start popping off for the United States, you've got to get through this really slow period of the game. And it's slow because you're fighting you, and all of you are fighting you, and you're fighting you. There's so many wars going on all over the place, and it looks cool, but the AI's like, hold on, we can't go that fast. I gotta slow down and think about what I'm doing. Now the solution to this is me getting an even more expensive CPU, which I don't really want to do. Well, no, I do want to do, I just don't want to spend the money on it. But I'm thinking about it. As soon as Moscow falls, assuming that Petrograd falls around the same time, I think we can kiss Russia goodbye. Honestly, I'd kind of like to see Russia not win, but do better than they're doing. That would be fairly interesting, but I'm not seeing it. Excuse you? This is dropping, isn't it? Yeah. Huh, okay. Magnetic detonators. Awesome. So glad I spent the time researching that. It will make our submarines better, admittedly, but... Ooh. We're very close to 1941. Do I want to go ahead and jump into researching 41 text? Kinda, yeah. What do we have? December? Well, November, December. No, let's get modern ship torpedo launchers. Powerful compressed air charges allow heavier torpedoes to be launched at higher speeds. Great. Because that will finish around 41, and then we won't have the ahead of time penalty. And I can get behind that. party popularity is good. Stability is not automatically increasing anymore. And I keep getting these fucking bombings that just whittle away at it. We'll be able to get our stability up to 100 pretty easily through all of these fucking events that start boosting stability. Gain stays base stability 10, gain 5, right? No. Yeah, 5 here, 5 here. That was war support. We'll get some through this tree, and we'll get a little bit more through here. The 1940 presidential election. Which party will gain the most votes, and thus the nominee will be President of the United States? We can go with the AFL, which are radical socialists, or we can just keep syndicalism. I'm keeping syndicalism. I like Elizabeth. She's pretty good. Ralph Chaplin is fine. Upton Sinclair is good. Steve Nelson's really the only person I don't love here. But the American Federation of Labor, the rad socialists that we'd be switching out for. Oh god, I don't even remember who we picked. They're not as good. And also, party popularity makes a big, big difference. So, yeah, we're just keeping good old Liz. Another Federalist bombing. Fantastic. Just go in here and scroll down here, and this is such a boring, agonizing mechanic. It's torture. And I guess it's fitting, right? It's supposed to be a pain and exhausting to recover from the Civil War, but ooh, it makes some uncomfortable gameplay. General Secretary election. With the presidential election now complete, it's time for a separate election for the General Secretary of the National Council of People's Deputies. Who shall become the next General Secretary? Secretary. Ooh. Arturo Giovanni. I gotta say, I hate it. He's bad. Construction speed -4. No, I thought we were keeping Elizabeth. Fuck. Yep, lower construction speed. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay. Great. Okay, there's 10 more stability. Great. Redistribute wealth. We will no longer tolerate a social order where men who do absolutely nothing useful can amass millions of dollars, while millions of proletariat who work all the days of their lives secure barely enough to prolong a wretched existence. The end of the banks, corporations, and hoarders is finally here. Now we're only getting 5, and 5%, but it's still worth it, obviously. Ship designer, do you do anything nice for me? We can make submarines be produced even faster. That is kind of appealing, actually. But I think I'm gonna go with the Auto Ordnance Cooperative, just get better infantry weapons. We're not using them right now, but that soft and hard attack are pretty big. Particularly the hard attack, because they do, and by they I mean Canada, does have a couple armored divisions. Maybe more than a couple. Yeah, they have some armored divisions, so any hard attack is super useful in breaking them. Again, not looking great for France here. They haven't been able to completely get rid of this landing in Bordeaux. Normandy, or Brittany, I guess this is both. Yeah. This landing, well, they've at least split off the Brittany half, so maybe they can contain this. Wait, I can send you volunteers, can't I? I'm gonna send you an attaché. It'll cost 100 political power. Nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Maybe later. An attaché would be nice. They'd be giving us army experience, and we'd be giving them, what, reinforcements? Oh, war support, which I don't think they need. No, they're at 100% war support. They don't need it. But it would have let us see what's going on at the same time, so I kind of want it for that, but I'll hold off. I'll hold off because it's not a good use of our political power. Not right now, anyway. Hey, tell you what. Go back to... Nope, sorry. Go back to port. And just repair. Y'all are repairing very slowly. Are they not retrofitting anymore? Why the fuck are they not doing this? I went through the entire effort of selecting that entire navy, and now they're not... Is it because I don't have... Yeah, they're in queue for being repaired, but not... Okay, you know what? I'm not going to worry about this, because I'll probably want to upgrade the design later anyway. I'll deal with it then. I will deal with it later. Weakened, longest, fading federal resistance. We're very close to getting rid of it, but not entirely. Do more decryption, because decryption lets me get a better idea what's going on in other countries, and because we're just sitting and looking right now, might as well. Hey! We drove off the Entente landing here, though Bordeaux is not being wedged loose. Oof, this is all kinds of gross. But hey, the socialists in Italy are holding out, at least. I am looking at this little inroads here and not feeling too great about France's position, which is really remarkable given that the Reichspakt is supposed to be in a two-front war, which typically is exhausting for them, but the way that Russia had positioned their troops seems to have made them really vulnerable to Don Cuban Union just rolling up in here. What were you telling me I could select? Huh, okay. Might have just been a little bit of lag there. Oh, God, slowly recovering. The mod authors are faced with a pretty difficult challenge when it comes to balancing out the United States. The United States, as it's portrayed in Hearts of Iron 4, is just an absolute economic powerhouse. With the obscene number of factories that you can start pumping out, really they needed to tap on the brakes a little bit, which is this and this is just to slow you down and keep you out of international affairs for as long as possible. Or at least not being a hegemon in international affairs. Oh, they have some pretty good modifiers. Some very good modifiers, in fact. Inefficient intelligence isn't so great. Communard spirit, that decreased organization, isn't so great. They're down to about 50,000 manpower. 50,000 manpower, but they're only using extensive conscription, though so is Germany. Yeah, France just doesn't stand up against a well-mobilized Germany. It's the communist France, you want the war to happen earlier rather than later. And here, the nationalists are landing again. Well, so long as the Union of Britain holds out, this is what I'm primarily concerned with. I want the Union of Britain to hold out. Commune of France, it'd be nice if they held out or won, but the Union of Britain I want to survive so that I can burn through Canada really quickly and not have to make a naval landing over here. The naval landing here is annoying, but I can do it. Naval landing here fucking sucks. Wealth has been redistributed. Homes for the people. Landlords and real estate tycoons have been a plague upon this nation. Let us lift up the poor and starving from their slums now that the rich and mighty have been driven from their seats of power. Now this is a huge difference. Social revolution gives us 40% monthly population, 10% recruitable population factor, 10% stability. So now we're actually going to get a massive boost to manpower. And it's intended to only be short term. I think that a new America gets rid of it. Equality for all. I think something in here lowers the monthly population gain. So I typically don't finish this tree very quickly. Because Lord knows I need our population to grow. Take a look at occupied territories. Okay, they're all, well, I was about to say they're all below 20. That's not true. They're getting there. What? Informants just... enemy operative detection chance offset. What a exciting passive bonus that is. Okay, it's 1941. Great, 1941. We're all teched up here. We could do this, but that's not super urgent. What's more urgent is getting construction 4, concentrated industry 4, and assembly line production. I'm going to start with construction 4 just because generally it's better to get more factories so you can get more factories so you can get more factories, even though immediately the production efficiency would be better or factory output would be better. I'm still going to go for construction 4. A higher degree of mechanization and better routines further improves building construction speeds. Am I going to run out of things to build before I can raise our building cap? Maybe. That may happen. If it does, that's okay. I don't mind plopping down some actual military factories. That's YouTube. So, I enabled that notification for YouTube subscribers, God, when I set up Streamlabs. And I think I deleted it. But now it just keeps going anyway, because I didn't disable it correctly. Or, and this is more likely, or I intended to do that and never actually did. That's more on brand for me. Oh, let's rebuild the Pacific coast. Because rebuilding will give us cores on all of those states and raise our base of war support and base stability. So this is another way that we get stability back. We are going to have enough political power to keep destroying the terrorists. I think the Federalists will be done after that. There's Petrograd. I'm surprised Petrograd fell before Moscow. But yeah, the Russians are on the back foot here. And I don't see them coming back from this. They have 104 divisions, which isn't bad, but you have up to 40, you have 25, you have 5, you have 6. Sweden has 25, Poland has 20. And Germany has like 200. It's just a numbers game. If you're gonna attack as Russia, you need to build up a lot more rapidly than the AI seems to. Ooh, you can do it, France. You can push them out. If you can take this out, that's a huge win. And this probably won't last that long. This is fairly defensible terrain, right? This is hills and mountains. Yeah. But they have no port. And unless they get a port, which they're very unlikely to do, this is fucked. So the Austrians are just throwing away people here. Good job, Austria. Good job. actually playing? Oh. No. It wasn't. It was a song that didn't really exist. Okay, advanced fire bases. Artillery camps can be positioned close to the front lines and fortified bases in order to give them maximum support for advancing forces. This isn't so useful. The upgrades to... What is that? Armored cars? Yeah, not useful. But the infantry get better recovery rate, better organization. It's not amazing, but it stacks up. Hey, another bombing. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that. Thank you. Really, I can't send volunteers? Yes, I can. How many volunteers could I send? 3. Divisions cannot be called home, but they'll be returned automatically if you end up in a war. I don't love the idea of just losing divisions by sending them over here. And that is mostly what I'll be doing. Oh hey, we're totally reinforced. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're just upgrading. That's great. Switch those priorities around. Fantastic. That means I can hit the exercise button, and we're not sending anyone overseas for a couple of reasons. One, we do have a few veterans we could send, but the vast majority of my troops, because of my decision to switch over the designs, are either trained, not regulars, or green, which is both carry negative penalties. I don't really want that to be our best foot forward, so for now, we're gonna train. France sent like a division, maybe a couple of divisions, but you know, I don't feel that bad. I feel for them, but there goes Moscow. And Russia's gotta be pretty close to capitulating now. They can drag this out, and I hope they drag it out for as long as possible in order just to make the enemies eat more losses, but not great. Debates over union membership fees and racism. What sounded like a simple proposition during the revolution, that of abolishing segregation, has turned into numerous potholes, starting with the debate over whether union membership fees were inherently discriminatory towards black voters. Evidence on both sides appears inconclusive. Most of the unions that were rejected from the Constitutional Convention have protested in favor of a maximum union membership fee. These protesters claim that to be discriminated against based on the race of the openly racist IWW. Then came the union congressmen from the newly liberated states who were protesting that forcing integration is a violation of the Union Congress. Now, union rights to collectively bargain. Ultimately, the IWW have persevered in Congress and publicly shamed the new congressmen and protesters as reactionaries. Should not give in to more racists in disguise.
Orders.
Oh. I didn't realize if you had the field marshal selected that you would be able to see all the army's units in here. That makes sense. I've never tried. Fantastic. Next up, very important tech, revolutionary education. Well, not tech, but focus. We get a research slot, we get more monthly population, our production efficiency cap goes down, which sucks, but higher stability, higher recruitable population, I think it's a good trade-off. Academia has been the nurturing mother of many revolutionaries, but the education system itself is inherently reactionary. In all of America's history, it was built to produce more obedient workers, more crooked capitalists and heartless politicians. That ends now. It's actually somewhat of a fair critique. The United States public education system was based off of a Prussian model, which was created to make a fairly adaptable and obedient workforce. Well, it's been about an hour. I'm going to keep streaming, but if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, this is it for today. Until tomorrow, I'm going to say toodaloo, take care, I'll see you then, bye-bye.